Alright, so we're going to play some more Hot Fizz, Fizz Tempo, Fizz Aggro, whatever you want to call it. This is our headliner here, our wonderfully little adorable champion. So 2-1 for 1. When you cast a spell, stop all enemy spells and skills that are targeting Fizz, and he gains Elusive, which is evasion. He levels up when you've cast 6 spells in a game, and notably, he doesn't have to see you cast those spells. So all the spells you're casting before you get this, or while it's in play, count as leveling him up. When he levels up, he turns into a 3-2 that keeps his base ability, but then also gains the ability when he hits the opponent's Nexus, he summons a Chum in the waters, which makes us some 5-2s to be able to punch people. Now, the other aspect of this deck that works well with Fizz is that past Fizz, the other unit that we have here is Starlit Seer. So generally speaking, you're mulliganing looking for Fizz or Starlit Seer in your opener. And actually, Starlit Seer in your opener tends to be better than having Fizz in your opener. So this card says here, while it's in play, whenever you cast a spell, grant the top ally in your deck +1/+1. So our deck is mostly spells, and generally speaking, if you get this out and it stays out for a few turns, your next ally that you draw is going to be very, very large, which if that happens to be Fizz, it's large and easy to protect because you can make it elusive by casting spells. We also play 3 copies of the card Entreat to help us find our copies of Fizz consistently. So because we need to find a Fizz or a Starlit Seer, Entreat is basically copies of Fizz 4 through 6, since we can only play 3 Fizz. So let's go ahead and pop on into some games with this one. It was a lot of fun when we played it yesterday. See if we can have some more good games with it again today. Smatuga, thank you for the 2/3 of a year. Welcome back. Yeah, the client's super clean, Brian. I agree. So we're actually going to go ahead and mulligan all of these because, again, there's no Fizz. There's no card that finds Fizz. There's no Seer. And there's a Starlit Seer. This is a deck that... And hey, there's a Fizz. And this is a deck I talked about. One of the things I really didn't enjoy about the last deck is that it didn't really leverage spell mana well. This deck leverages spell mana well. So spell mana, for those not super familiar with this game, refers to these 3 extra crystals here, which allow you to carry mana over between rounds. Yeah, a lot of people who have been League of Legends players have been ragging on the League of Legends client. I have no idea. I've never played League of Legends. My first time touching a Riot product. I don't really want a Frostbite to give this elusive, so I think we're just passing here. We'll bank the 2 mana for now into spell mana.
I gotta get out of here!
So something that's neat here, your champions, when you have one of them in play, they turn into a spell. They turn into a spell when they're in your hand. Fizz's spell is not particularly good, but it is what it is. Does unused spell mana carry over turns? It does, yeah. So it stays here. It banks up to 3, and it stays until you use it. So our 1 leftover mana is going to turn to a 3rd spell mana here, so we have up to 7 now. I think I'm going to go ahead and this, I'm going to open on attacks here, and then we'll go ahead and shuffle the extra Fizz back into our deck here, so this gains elusive, so they can't block it. This will also trigger our Starlit Seer. So next turn, we'll get to draw 3 cards that go away at the end of turn, and you can see that utilized my 3 spell mana. Yeah, this is the same Fizz deck from yesterday.
Just leave me alone!
Can't block, last breath, revive me, grant me 1/1 for each time I've died. Interesting. So that's one we're just gonna ignore. I'm losing 1 mana here that won't turn into spell mana, but I think that's fine. We'll bank 3 of the 4 here. Okay, so these cards are all fleeting, which means if I don't play them this turn, they just go away and we lose them. Let's go ahead and play through these.
This would be a good winter.
Huh? Do I want to just go ahead and pick a card here again? Yeah, because I don't think I want to lose this Fizz, so I'm going to go ahead and pick a card and put that back into my deck. And then we will lose this, but I think that's fine. Fizz is 3 out of 6 spells total towards leveling up. Hey, Mox, thanks for 25 months. I appreciate the tier 2. Yeah, after Arena's patched and I get back from paternity leave, I think we're going to do Legends of Runeterra more than once a week still. As long as I'm finding it enjoyable, I think it's going to be something I'm going to be interested in poking at. When I get back from paternity leave, I'm going to open up deck submissions for it as well. I've taken in a few, but a little bit more formally open them. Oh, this is 3 health or less. I guess I'm just frostbiting this. Am I frostbiting it anyways? I guess I could make it rain to hit this, and then I could frostbite it. That's probably fine. This game has a level of player agency in it that I've not... This game has a level of player agency in it that Magic has not had in a very long time.
An auspicious season.
Ice coming in.
Oh, vermin.
Sweet. And then, so I'm going to lose these, unfortunately, but I think that's worthwhile. So I get to combat trick this to kill their 3/6 here.
Be a good winter.
Fizz also levels up, which is great. He's gonna go ahead and hit them for 3 and get me a chum in the waters here. Unless they could have some kind of trick here. I am technically out of mana. So we're gonna lose these 2, but my hand is still like pretty stocked here. And we eventually draw our top unit. It's gonna be huge from the start. Let's see here. This client is the most visually stunning digital card game client out there. It's very, very good. The performance is very good too. Yeah, not having to randomly restart the client every 20 minutes is nice. Might just get run down here. I'm not sure Fizz is going to be able to punch through. They're still at 16 here. How is it, Lucian deck? Pretty mediocre.
Feeding time.
Blessed by snow and stars.
Actually, that play's probably bad because they have these hooked guys here. They're just gonna hook my shark. Okay, so I can put this here,
Fly away while you can.
and then I can brittle steal this to keep Fizz.
An auspicious season.
This thing's dealing damage to us when each of these things die here, too. Yeah, it's a free-to-play option. It's on Android, iOS, and PC. I think we're dead. This is tough, so it's got an extra... I can't just chum and kill this with the shark. I guess I could technically chum plus Fury in the north.
Oh, come on, come on.
Wait, let's do this, and then this is vulnerable. So if they don't have a play here, yeah, I can kill the Neverglade in combat here with Fizz because I have another Fizz in my hand. So I can like put these out and hook this, and then do this here. And this survives. Well. They're gonna probably open attacks and kill us extra. Oh, this has Fearsome too, right? Yeah, we should be good here. Yeah, I might try out the limited mode after the Fizz deck today, actually. A couple of people have recommended that and said it's a little bit different than typical limited. Probably a decent way to learn more of the card pool too as well. Your Legends of Runeterra content exists you to give it a try. It's been sweet so far. Hey, I'm glad you're enjoying it, Nick. Thanks for the Prime support. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Easy replace all of these. I guess this could draw a Seer. Oh, it doesn't draw them if I don't have Plunder, right? Okay, yeah, let's just look in here. Who's my favorite champion so far? Fizz. Perfect. So we got Starlit Seer here, and then we've got an Entreat to draw Fizz later. VI and LC. Okay. So let's go ahead and open on attacks here with this. Deal 3 to a unit.
This would be a good winter.
Pump up the jam. They're a control deck. Okay. Is violence usually in control shells? Is my understanding of that accurate? Violence is usually a control card. Mid-range as well. Okay. So usually interactive decks. Try and kill my dork, dealing 1. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and just do this. That sucks that we tossed both the Seers, but they're on the bottom anyway, so I guess it's kind of whatever. When do we start doing Legends of Runeterra? Saturday. That's true. That does mean we're about to draw a Fizz that's buffed. Yep. When I'm summoned, give allied spiders 1 attack, give enemies -1 attack. So, how aggressive do I want to be? Can they punish me? I think I definitely want to just hit them this turn.
I'm doing this my way. Headed in. Eat this.
He's a big boy, chat.
Get back here.
Bye. Goodbye, bye.
I want to play.
Kill you? So again, whenever you cast a spell, Fizz counters all things that are targeting him. Warning 0 mana to gate busted. Nope. The old warning shot. Doo-doo! Zero mana counter spells are great. Big agree. Yeah, the fact that the combat tricks in this game are constructed playable is so wonderful. My favorite Magic formats and decks were always the ones where combat tricks were playable. So I definitely want Seer here. Honestly, Elixir's probably good too. I think I'm gonna bottom pick a card. And keep the rest of these. I'd encourage you to check out my Twitter, Cypro. My Twitter's been very active. My Twitter's always very active with political stuff and my opinions on human rights and things like that. I'd encourage you to check that out if you're looking for my feedback on things. Unlike Magic, this game doesn't have an incredible amount of downtime, so it's hard to rant too much because there's more I'm summoning to create a mushroom cloud. So there's that.
Fear beyond.
They'll never know what hit them. That's gotta sting.
So this puts puff caps into our deck, which when we draw them, they deal a damage to our Nexus. Yes, yeah, exactly. I am known to have the extremely controversial opinion of humans have rights.
Oh boy, here I go.
I've seen a number of creators lamenting the fact that they've like lost followers since they started posting about support of the protests and saying the very obvious but needed Black Lives Matter, and I can't help but chuckle because like I didn't lose any followers when I started sharing all that stuff because I've been sharing stuff like that constantly for a better part of a year now. I cleared out all the white supremacists and racist scumbags from my follower list a long time ago.
Blessed by snow and stars.
Been working on that. It's been an extended project that we've been working on for a while. I don't need the view or the $5 a month from anybody that's it's a piece of garbage.
I got ways to find me mushrooms.
An auspicious season.
I guess that does give them a chance to attack here. Yeah, that's fine though. Like 3 of 6 spells here. Brittle Steel has burst. Here, Mono. Thanks for the 7 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back.
Oh, vermin.
Think we're just doing this.
This would be a good winter.
Oh, come on, come on.
Oh, if mushrooms could talk. Or whoops, am I
Whenever
right?
you cast a spell, plant 3 poison caps. Okay. So now I have to decide, do I want to cast Chum this turn? Probably not. I'm only losing 1 spell mana if I just pass here. I could also just fire off a Make It Rain, and then I don't lose 1. I think I'm actually just going to fire off a Make It Rain here. This puts me only 1 spell away from flipping Fizz over 2, which is nice. Gotcha. Thanks for the 2/3 of you. I appreciate that. Welcome back.
Oh, that's a harvest right there.
So this gives me puff caps too. Got a lot of puffers in our deck. 11 puff caps. 16 puff caps. 19 puff caps. Oh no.
Blessed by snow and
When I draw a puff cap, do I draw an additional card or does it replace my draw with the puff cap? What's the Nexus? The Nexus is what they call your life total.
Secure me tail. Start the day.
Oh, the puff caps get attached to my cards. They're not their own cards, they're attached to the cards that I draw. Okay, that makes sense. I appreciate the clarification. That's not what I wanted. And a card can have multiple puff caps on it. Oh. Oh.
an auspicious season.
Alright, so I think I'm
Ruffle our feathers.
doing this and then bursting Fizz here.
This would be a good
'Cause I don't think I can afford to take a hit here again.
Pay dirt!
Oh no. I'm in danger! I'm in danger! Oh no.
Wanna see a trick?
Recall my shark. That's unfortunate.
Here, Sharky, Sharky!
They grow
Well,
up.
we've not lost yet. We're just... We've not lost yet, but we're just gonna try and avoid drawing cards for a little while. Woo! That only had one on it. That only had one on it. You love to see it. Only one. We are skillfully dodging puff caps so far. Emphasis on the skillfully part, chat. That's really good. The old gain 7. Yeah, Jin. Very reminiscent of spiders from Hex. That's excellent. We're esports ready with these shroom dodges, right? Okay, assuming we don't die to puff caps here, we're gonna open on attacks.
I'm ready!
Gonna recall my idiot again here. God bless America. I should have buffed Fizz. Would I have killed them? Yeah, I'd have killed them, right?
You're gonna need
Yeah, I'm aware Fizz is unblockable. I didn't count. I should have counted.
We'll bring peace to Ionia, whatever the cost. Heart and mind as one.
Probably dead.
They cannot strike what they cannot see. I've always been a fun guy.
Oh gosh, this doubles up the mushrooms from what she doubles up the spells. We are super dead.
I ain't afraid.
— 51 puffs, chat. 51 puffs. Sweating bullets here. I think we're probably dead. What's the max you get on a single card? 51. Alright, survey says.
These are dangerous lands.
Oh, another elusive unit's real good. Yeah, we definitely deserve to lose. I definitely had lethal inputs in it. And now I have to try and do it on a shark because this can block my elusive. Oh, put Fizz to the left so lifelink goes last.
Knowledge springs from many sources.
Yeah, should have put Fizz over here because of lifelink. A lot of the time the ordering of your attackers don't matter, but there's cases like this where it really does.
Eyes open.
So if the combat resolves left to right, hopefully we're just dead regardless. Barrier and lifesteal. We're super dead. Alright, so I punted the... If I would have given the 8-4 to Fizz, we would have killed them. Release that. Stupid low variance game and your stupid player agency. The worst part about Legends of Runeterra chat is you never get to say, I lost because I stumbled and died, or I lost because I flooded and died. Are games like this always in the time frame you just played? I don't understand your question, Philplay. Are you asking, is the average length of games about what I just played? If so, yes. Games in this games tend to be relatively quick in this game. I think this is actually pretty good. Starlet's here in the opener is great. Shared spoils can help us find a Fizz. I mean, I wouldn't say the better player always wins, but I would say the game's definitely lower variance than Magic, just at a low bar.
Lilies, where are you? I'd follow you anywhere.
Of course you would.
This is fearsome, so I can't block with this. This makes a spider when it dies. I'm gonna go ahead and block the spider inside of combat here.
So young.
I guess maybe I should have looked at their champions, and maybe those would have convinced me to bottom these shared spoils. So I'm gonna have a hard time. I'm gonna have a hard time connecting with this to trigger the plunder on here.
Please, I have connections.
We've made the most of you.
I guess this can actually trigger plunder, huh? An ally died this round. Summoned 2 spiderlings. Okay.
You'll serve me one way or another.
One way or another. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
Blessed by snow and stars.
That's super unfortunate. Round start, you have 3+ spiders. Other spiderlings have Challenger and Fearsome. So obviously this happens, but now I have to decide, do I want to play this to get my plunder, or do I want to make it rain again to keep this from flipping? Hey, Urza, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Yeah, I think we want to keep their LC from flipping here. Oh, we can warning shot for plunder next turn. Yeah, that's fair. That's a good suggestion. Hello, lovely wife.
Oh, those are cute.
Isn't he adorable?
Those suitors were as lovely as you.
Like when he goes, "Oh."
You should hang out if you can till the end of the game. There's a whole bunch of them in the shop.
Yeah, adorable.
Riot does their IP really well. This is a Porto.
This would be a good.
So let's do this. And then we can shared spoils.
An auspicious season.
Okay, and then I think we just play the 6/7 out here, right? So they don't have good attacks anymore. Yeah, that's my artwork.
We could use a bite.
Okay, so let's block her. And I think I'm just trading this for the 2/1 here. I guess this is only a 1/1 in the long term. This is 6, 7, 8, 9.
So
I think I just go to 8. It's gorgeous. Compared to the normal card game standards, it's very beautiful.
what's the little guy do? Is he just cute?
Yep. That's acceptable. I think I'm gonna attack like this. And if they want to block, we've got some plus defense and a frostbite here.
It's cold down here.
It is a little bit cool down here, yep. Nice! Thanks for 11 months, I appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for keeping me around.
Your friend.
It is, yep, I'm aware.
Give me a blanket.
Okay. So they're dealing 1 here, so Elixir is great because it counters this from killing it and it lets us eat the spider they blocked with. If we can find our way to the next card we're powering up, we're going to be in a good spot. If they're able to pressure us out of the game before that happens, then we're going to be in a little bit of trouble. Deal 3 to deal 3 to something. Okay, well, I have another elixir here, so let's save that as well.
An auspicious season.
I prefer not to lose my Tarmogoyf. Good example of the stack here. There's, the emoticons in this game don't suck either. You can get custom ones. Okay, this is actually an incredible draw here, because this will let us trigger plunder for the shared spoils, which means that, we'll be able to pick up, what's it called? And let's do these now, so these trigger. So these are fearsome, so I can't block this to here. So we should hopefully find a pretty big Fizz here. Woo! He's a big boy, chat. He's a big boy. Again, every time when these are in play, every time we cast a spell, top ally in our deck gets bigger. He levels up.
Oh, he's cute.
He's adorable, yep. The cards have voice lines, and they, like, talk to each other, too, when certain combinations of cards are in play. Okay, so let's lead on think I want to keep Frostbite as a combat trick, but I want this to be evasive this turn, so we need to play a spell in advance.
Winter.
Oh, I want to play.
I think we're going to go ahead and attack with both of these.
I like how you haven't been playing this long, but you sound like you know what you're doing.
I mean, card games are card games.
Sure, but they all have different, like, words.
They all have different words.
Or, like, names for stuff, so that...
The Fizz
so that
spell
the
is
other companies
lethal.
don't sue them.
Remove an attacking ally from combat. Rally. Okay, so if I Fizz this, this'll hit, and then I get to re-attack with Fizz again, because Rally means I get a second attack. I should Frostbite this in response, right? In case they're setting up to burn me out. I feel like the way I lose this game is getting punked here, so...
Is this the number we're trying to reduce to 0?
Yep, it's their Nexus.
An auspicious season.
Don't know where this obsession with cuckoo clocks came from. Is it a Minecraft thing?
I have no idea. So they need to either kill us or play an elusive unit out, or Fizz is going to kill them. How deep is the card pool for this game? They currently have 2 sets, and they plan to release... Isn't it just gorgeous?
We win!
We did, yep. Any good starter guides to this game that I recommend? Nah, just jump in and play. The game actually has an incredibly good tutorial when you start.
Can you show me the cute
I can show you the cute guys.
party? Oh, look at this little guy. Oh, that guy's cute too. Oh, I like. Oh, he's got a little barfly.
He plays with the butterfly, yep. He's great. Yeah, we're... The T-Hex.
He's even cute too.
Yep. Yeah, they do.
He's a robot and he's adorable.
He's an adorable little robot. There's a powder monkey. Yeah, they do a good job. And like I've said, they do... There's different game boards you can buy, and the music changes based on what game board that you're using.
Fun.
Yeah, they do. And then because they monetize via cosmetics like that, the actual cards are relatively cheap, especially compared to things like Arena.
What about card backs? Are those cute?
I don't know how I would classify the card backs as cute.
I like the sword.
These are, I'm sure they can do a lot with these.
What about the emotes?
Lot better than just like the 6 crappy words that Arena gives us to play with.
Oh, he's cute.
Yeah, the IP in general is really well done. Your go. Thinking, your go. All right, so.
Well, how did we win that last one? We were a lot further down on X.
We tempoed them. You found a big guy, and we blew him up. So, what are they? Oh, they have no champions. No champions means aggro usually, right? Means burn. So that means I definitely want both these make it rains. I think I'm gonna mulligan the chum and keep these. I think this game's really well done, Greencoat.
No, I can't hear Jeffy. Headphone.
Especially if you're looking for a game that's playable on mobile. This game has a very elegant mobile client as well.
Oh, look, they have the same guy, but he's a different color. Is it gonna cost me money?
No.
Any of the purple levels. Purple levels we already paid for. Usually it's full mulligan for Starlit Seer with this deck. Nah, I don't think you strictly have to do that. Wow, they just passed. Okay. That triggers our plunder, so we'll go ahead and shard spoils here. When we get priority back.
Oh, fresh
The old 3-mana 2/1 resolves. Is it free? I mean, they're all free if you want them to be. I spend money on games that I play. Other people that have been free to playing have said the free to play is fairly generous. Am I attacking with this? Yeah, probably.
We see through all. Vermin.
I think if they block, I'm gonna frostbite their thing. Keeping this alive tends to be pretty important. I'm playing this deck in Diamond Tier. I added 3 Twisted Fate, and the deck is treating me well.
Auspicious season.
That's interesting. Just like as an extra threat. What did you cut for those?
These eyes see all.
Attack with this to start. Yeah, I think I'm just taking a hit for one. It's not a big deal. Probably want to spend through some of my mana this turn.
Returned with interest.
Kill an ally. Summon a random follower from any region that costs 2. That costs two more. Okay, so they upgraded it to a random 3. How easy is this game to learn from coming from Magic? I think being familiar with Magic the Gathering makes you well equipped to play and learn most card games. That being said, there's a couple of muscle memory things from Magic you need to unlearn when you play this game for sure. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and entreat here.
Blessed by snow and stars.
Okay, so unfortunately, Fizz was not the card we've been powering up with this. There's gonna be a pretty big Starlit Seer on top of our deck. Yeah, once you familiarize yourself with how the stack in this game works, it's pretty straightforward.
An auspicious season.
So, this card that we just played, it says granted 8/4. Note it does not say until end of turn, so this is a permanent buff.
You're boring.
This game's a lot closer to Magic than Hearthstone, with the way that there's a priority system and a stack, and the way combat works, definitely more similar to Magic. Opponent forgot to hook my things there. That's fine though. Considering how new it is it surprisingly deep? I don't like to make claims about the depth of games like this that I don't have a ton of experience with. Like, I feel like in order to make claims about the depth, I'd need to get, like, into the triple digit time frame. In terms of how much I've logged into it, if that makes sense.
This will be a good winter.
Oh, I want to play.
Attack you with my giant elusive monster. Do I have a deck code for this somewhere? Yep. It should be available on the overlay. You can also type exclamation point RT decks in chat to find my mobile Linux page with everything we've been playing.
Ocean wins again.
Depth compared to Magic / lifespan. I mean, again, like, I don't feel like it's a fair comparison to compare a game that's been out for less than a year to the depth Magic has because of Magic's deep card pool. I think their plan with this game to add cards pretty quickly every 2 months will be, I'm interested to see what happens down the line with it. Like, if they hit their cards every 2-month goal, I think they effectively plan to add a color every 6 months, they said too. So, yeah. I like the idea of Twisted Fate. He's really sweet, and he casts spells when he comes into play. Do these count as playing spells? Play a Destiny card. These Destiny cards count as spells, or no? They're a skill. Skill is different than a spell. No, it's a skill. Okay. Selena, what did you cut for Twisted Fate? I guess this deck's pretty okay at protecting him too. Probably like the random like Double Trouble could go. The random main deck Chum could go. You got rid of a Battle Fury? I really like the Battle Furies. I really like the Battle Furies. Yeah, Battle Fury steals games we have no business winning. Maybe trim a parlay. I can also just try, like, just 2 of him. He's a little bit expensive. I'm gonna try just 2 of him. Oh no! It changed the deck box picture from Fizz. How do I put the deck box picture back to Fizz, chat? This is a travesty. How do I make Fizz the picture on the deck box? It's automatic? This is unacceptable. What if I get rid of Fizz and re-add him? Deck's literally unplayable now. Literally unplayable. Literally unplayable. Ruined the whole thing. Throw it away. Another person with no champions. Weird.
Oh boy, here I go! Wanna see a trick?
No champions, the cheapest way to free-to-play ladder. Sure, makes sense. Opponents got fear in their dojo, chat. They're scared. They're scared, chat.
I'll try anyone.
Yikes. It's actually not that big of a deal, right? So we'll pass. They're gonna attack. And then we'll go block. We're gonna take a bit of damage here. We're gonna go block here, frostbite this, and then next turn we'll go Twisted Fate and red card them.
Is that all?
That's a bad block, read her text. I'm gonna give you a 10-minute break because I know what this card does, and I just explained why I was blocking there, because red card's gonna kill their entire board now. Good try, though, Twitch chat. Good try.
Deal me in.
We're not, this game's not just over. We are going to 7 when this dies, so we're gonna have a real game here still. But,
Let's make a deal.
yep. These things, are gonna die here, and they deal a point to my Nexus when they do it. So we're gonna go down to 5 here. Good chance we just get first position.
No refunds.
Oh, the Fizz attack was free. Yeah, I just missed the Fizz attack. It's real bad. We're gonna be dead, chat. Well, attacking with this didn't do anything because they had 2 free blockers. I should have attacked with this because it was elusive, but the attack with this was actually irrelevant. I was gonna play this to get a spell out of my hand and pump this up.
I'm ready.
Yeah, we have to survive like these cards in hand plus their next 2 cards. They draw a card next turn.
First one's free.
Yep.
Aw.
Teemo is likely a burn deck as well, right? Warning shot plus shared spoils lets us draw a champion. Do coins on mobile cost more? Did someone finally get that right? I mean, things costing more on mobile isn't the companies getting it wrong. It costs them more money to sell you stuff on mobile. I have no idea if they cost more on mobile or not, but they're just passing their increased cost along to you. We called that capitalism.
I'll try anyone. My turn.
Oh boy, here I go!
I guess I could just pocket aces this. The problem is, if they have a deal 3 to kill it after that, that's not great for me.
Oh, come on,
I could just entreat and attack with elusive. That's probably the line.
Tide's coming in!
Although I guess this is slow, so I actually can't protect this. Although I also just drew another Fizz, so it doesn't really matter if they kill this one. It's fine. We're pretty okay with that exchange, especially with the extra Fizz in hand.
For the Empire.
Take a bunch of damage here, but need to kill their 2-3 at some point.
Look what you do.
So we take 2, and then we take 2 and 2 again. Oh, this only does 1 damage? I don't know why I thought this did 2 and 2. I probably just did again. The Fizz deck's been only okay today. The burn matchup does not seem good. The non-burn matchups have been good, but... Alright. Try another. Woof. Yeah, matchup has not felt particularly competitive. This is actually one of the reasons why I don't use a deck tracker on Magic Arena. Something that's gonna get you timed out in my chat every time is never bring up the win rate of a deck that we're playing with to justify whether or not why that deck is good or bad. Because the sample sizes that you need for that win rate to be statistically significant are never going to be achieved by a single person. Just justifying whether or not something's good or bad by a win rate from a tiny sample size is just the laziest possible thing you can be doing. Don't do it. It's another burn matchup. Please. Taking a break from Magic? No, Wizards made us take a break from Magic. For those that haven't been in the loop with Magic the Gathering, they announced a week ago Monday that format changing changes were coming, and then they waited 3 more days to actually implement them. So I didn't want to take a 4-day break from Magic, but I've already played their lame duck formats for a week, and then they made us wait another 4 days, so we finally get an update tomorrow. It takes them, after having a week in advance to sort their crap out, it takes them another 4 days to patch the changes into their god-awful client. Like, it's embarrassing how bad their software is. Magic Online is getting patched today. Magic Arena is getting patched tomorrow. It might be right to wait to play this after banking some spell mana.
Be grateful I even noticed you. I like your style.
I like your face.
I like your face. Or just like pick a card egg, getting rid of the entreat here.
Like the fuse.
Best not ruffle our feathers.
Deal 1 to an allied follower. If it survives, create a copy of that one in your hand. That's really good with this.
Better run. Backfired.
Feels like we're just gonna get burned out again. This deck doesn't really give us time to get set up.
Auspicious season.
This will be a good winter.
super awkward hitting the Battle Fury there, since that doesn't really accomplish anything.
Never lost a fair game, or played one. Soak it in.
Really don't want to make it rain on a board where they have the Crimson Disciple out.
Style.
I like your face.
Looks like trouble.
First big mission.
An auspicious season.
Use all of these here. Gold carding to hit their creature instead of drawing there. Yeah, maybe. I guess it would have killed this, so we wouldn't have taken damage. It only deals damage when it survives. Frost Brittle Steel's a great pickup here.
Witness true strength. Mine is the hand of Noxus.
Yep.
If they mattered, I'd let them live.
Smells like death, does it? Yeah, with this hitting for 2, it probably is. So I get to do this. I get to do this. I get to do this. I get to pump this here.
This will be a
I get to frostbite this. And then I take 3, 4. No, I think we're alive, right? Oh, you know what? I should have elixired of Iron Tear. I messed that up. Yeah, instead of frostbiting here, I should have ironed the Fizz. In my head, he was living, but he's definitely not. If I was untapping with Fizz, we might have a shot here.
Is that all?
Wow, that's disgusting. Gross. They dealt one to everything. I'm gonna try one more with this, but this deck does it. I don't think we probably can't fix the burn matchup. I don't think that's a problem we can solve. Yeah, Twisted Fate's been kind of has been kind of whelming so far. It's very good.
Let me at him.
No, I don't plan to change to teaching math classes.
Ice coming in.
Yeah, I agree, Percy. Someone in chat had said they were Elizabeth in chat said they had been playing Twisted Fate and enjoying it, but I agree. So far the deck doesn't really seem like it's doing much of it. And this is I also agree with that assessment that we hit three burn decks in a row after adding him, and I think our matchup against Burn's probably pretty bad even without Twisted Fate, so yeah, warning shot's been genuinely very good. Speaking of genuinely very good, ugh.
Tread lightly, strike hard.
Blessed by snow and stars.
And then a fair warning to everybody else out there, especially if you're not a sub, because people that are subbed know this. If you want to come back and complain about getting timed out, you can pound sand and get out of here. I promise you that if taking a 10-minute break in someone's Twitch chat is some kind of very negative, life-changing experience for you, you're not going to have a good time around here.
We see through all.
I don't need your view. So I'll do this and find some cards.
This will be a good winter.
This is one of those things that's different than Magic in kind of a weird way. These cards that say when you cast a spell, have this thing happen. In Magic, these cast triggers happen before your spell resolves. But that's different in this game. In this game, those cast triggers happen after your card resolves, which feels real weird. I don't know that it's strictly bad, it's just different from Magic. You're in the Runeterra engine, your card isn't considered cast until your card's not considered cast until after it fully resolves. No way does it get denied. Okay, yeah, that's a good thing to know too. Just double spell burst after the Heimer, probably dead.
Breaking invention to date. Round and round and round it goes.
It's not quite enter the battlefield because when you it's how spells work too, right? You need a TF Red card. That's true, actually. Yeah, if we find a Twisted Fate, red card's very good here. And I've got a couple of entries that can help us get there. Okay, Make It Rain's not terrible either. If I wanted to get in, how much should I expect to drop to get a good aggro deck? $10.
Blessed by snow and stars. This will be a good winter.
There's Twisted Fate. There's a chance that red card might drag us kicking and screaming across the finish line. By no means a guarantee, but could definitely happen. You can build the burn deck with no money on like day 3 of gameplay.
Never lost a fair game or played one.
They could have another deny here. Yeah. Yeah, feels dead, man. Alright. I think we're gonna retire poor little Fizz and be done getting beat up with him.